The Mad Hustle Podcast. Shout out to the Roman Noodle Babies.
I was in Austin, Oklahoma. We're going around different schools.
Do numbers. Go crazy.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's really, you gotta focus, just stay focused in general on that goal and not settling for less at all.
And I was against it. I was like, nah, man, we ain't playing a quarterback. You can play wide receiver or running back or something like that. But we ain't start winning games till we got the quarterback.
You started the school.
Yeah.
We're not gonna we gonna ride past that.
Yeah, she
up there talking excellence. This shit, I'm mad at you.
Just like I told you before. Hey, I told you before the game. I told you after the game. We don't talk a lot, but we see what y'all be saying.
And we was like, oh shit, Rodell. Yeah. Both ways.
2026, man. We right back to it. Shout out to the Mad Hustle family.
You know, the other thing people will be, the first thing they'll say is, watch the crowd they hang around. I'm the bad crowd. I wasn't hanging around the bad crowd. I was the bad crowd. And I could disguise it because I had all of this stuff going for me, but at the same time, I was a bad guy. So boom, I go to court. You know what I'm saying? And the DA, Joe Maiden, that's his name from Galveston. And I was in Judge Garner, 110 court. Yeah. So right after election time, and I was a star football player, and I didn't have no business robbing people. That was the narrative that he said went in there, and people gave me 9 years TEC. He was in there, and I walked in, and when I walked in, his eyes got big. He was like, how you get to jail? Like, you get what I'm saying? That was my reality. Like, his reaction was, he ran and got eBay. He was like, man, what? I ain't have to go in there and fight nobody. They like, man, you tripping. I was over there, and my grandmother was able to start coming to see me. You know what I'm saying? And my grandmother, that was this strong lady that took care of me when my, you know what I'm saying, my mom was on drugs, my dad died. Like, this lady took care of me, right? Now she was in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Life had life, and I wasn't there. We back, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk a little football with you guys, but you know, we got a lot of things going on in the city, man, and it's only real. We saying we gonna be the realest in it, and we gonna always keep it 100. We tapped in. So today is the day that we gonna bring all of those group conversations that we got going in the you know what I'm saying, in the DMs, all the conversations we got, man. We're gonna bring it outside, man, because we got some real traumatic stuff going on in the community, man, and it's been going on for far too long, man. We gotta shift the mentality.
Right, and that's the best way to put it. Shift the mentality, man. And we definitely we're gonna always talk sports, but we're gonna definitely talk on the real. And like I said, we're gonna say what need to be said. We're gonna say what I can't say. You know, and that's just what it is. So once again, man, share to a friend and y'all come on in. So we're gonna dive right up in there, man. So,
man, you know, I give my high school, I give them their pregame speeches sometimes, and throughout the week I kind of pump them up and talk to them, or I make different posts and stuff. And man, I'm even guilty of some of the propaganda and stuff that they pushing, and you know what I'm saying, the things they try to propagate amongst us, and it's the drill culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in some of our big games, I'll put for our kids, I might have, you know, King Von on there, and man, and just thinking about this and some of the stuff that we hearing that's coming out of these situations, man, is our lead is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment and reality. And this stuff is not reality, bro. Like, they not understanding. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all a story of why I'm a person that can speak on this, because I've been kind of pissed off a little bit about, you know, just seeing it out, you know, it come across our timeline, you know, this is where we at. So it's coming across that, you know, people feel like the parents should be blamed or, you know, different things. And you like, man, that's foolishness. And I can tell you from experience, you know what I'm saying? I was a Division I football player, grew up in Hitchcock, you know what I'm saying? One of the top passes in the state, ranked in the state, wound up going to Division I. I went to the University of Louisiana Lafayette out of Hitchcock. Man, a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifices, man. Like I grew up with my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? After, you know what I'm saying, my dad died, my mom got shot when I was in the 7th grade in Port Arthur. So like, you know what I mean? It was just like I come from that, you know what I'm saying? I come from that struggle, you know what I mean? So it's just going through life, man, and I felt like my ticket out was to play ball, you know what I mean? So like, be able to save my family with my talent that God blessed me with. So long story short, I stayed on a narrow path my whole, you know, throughout high school, man. Like I got into some trouble in Port Arthur at one time during Christmas, and it was like I was locked in with Coach Terrebonne, that he was trying to make a way for me. Like I had a coach that was like a father figure to me, you know what I'm saying, called Terrebonne, and you'll hear me speak about him a lot. He's retired now, and Coach Terrebonne, you know, saw me through and seen me as a young kid. I was behind Chubby Lloyd Jones, who wound up signing to go to LSU. So he told me when I was young, he was like, "Hey man, you can throw the ball, man. Like you have a real strong arm, man." He's like, "Man, you can go play Division I football." And man, I worked, and it was gonna be the way that I was gonna get my family out. So a lot of things, like I said, that I've been hearing is like it's a lot of different variables that go in this, man. And then when you're even talking about a life being lost, but I put myself in a situation like that with a bad decision, like a very bad decision. Like I said, I go through all this, my people sacrifice all kind of stuff for me to be able to make it. I get up out of Hitchcock, I go to school in Lafayette. So as I get down there, I get involved in the lifestyle that these kids are involved in now. The major difference is that lifestyle that and I'm not promoting this or anything, but that lifestyle that we were in, we came from a culture. I got the hat on right now. I come from that culture, so I understand it. And the thing was also the drugs that we were using were real. You get what I'm saying? So like now we're even in a time where the drugs are not even real. And I'm saying all that to enclose this so you can have understanding what I'm saying. You have these kids that are raised by strong people. You know what I mean? Like my grandmother was a strong Black woman. My grandpa ran for mayor in the city of Hitchcock before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my family was a prominent family. Like even coming from Bay City and all that, like Sweeney and all that, like my family's prominent people. Like, so I was never raised to be a hooligan, a hoodlum, or anything like that. And I was also given, you know, I was one of the best dressed kids at school. Like every day, you still see me. Anybody, all y'all know, I'm gonna stay fresh all the time. Like my grandmother did that for me, and the people that were around me in Port Arthur, the doughboys, like, so we had OGs. So I had the big drug dealers from my neighborhood that went fed and everything. I wasn't allowed to sell dope. You know what I'm saying? They bought me polos. They bought me Jordans. They bought me, you know what I'm saying? They bought me these things so I didn't have to play. I mean, so I didn't have to be in the street doing the stuff that my other friends was doing. So like I said, they shipped me off to Hitchcock. Like I couldn't even stand Port Arthur no more because it had got bad down there. And all of this snowballs, right? All of this snowballs. And then I get to college. So now I'm sipping syrup and popping pills and doing all the stuff that a lot of these kids are doing now, and people don't understand the consequences of these things. Like, you know what I mean? I had worked my ass off, you know what I'm saying, my whole life to get to this point to flush it down the toilet. You know what I mean? So to get there, get to school, now I have a drug addiction because it was a drug addiction. I was a drug addict. You know what I mean? I had a monkey on my back. So
undiagnosed drug addict.
For sure, 100%. Dauphin, like to the point, and I couldn't hear nobody. I wouldn't listen to nobody. And I'm gonna tell you when I listen too. Make sure you stop me and pause me and bring me back to when did I listen. So I'll never forget my grandmother telling me I would come home. This is connection times. So I'm going to connections. I'm popping handlebars, smoking weed,
You still in school at this time, right?
I'm in college.
Yeah.
I'm in college. You know what I'm saying? In high school, I didn't even drink soda. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I go from being a straight square and you know what I mean, to get down there to school. Because I escaped all of the foolishness. My family, you know what I mean? I didn't do it on my own. My family, I escaped it all. They moved me from Port Arthur to Hitchcock so I could stay out of trouble. So, like I said, then my mom got shot. So it was like, you know, that was gonna be emotional something as a young kid. I wasn't gonna be able to handle nothing like that. So,
How old were you when your mother got shot?
13. So and it at that age, it was starting to be where all the guys that I played with in Port Arthur, we're starting to separate now. Now we're from the east side, they from the west side. Now I'm starting to be from a hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I went to Franklin. I grew up on 503. Like my family is from the chicken coop. You know what I'm saying? 15 in Lake Charles. So like anybody know Port Arthur, they'll tell you that's like that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the spot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fed boys. Like, so those guys would send me running to the store every day. While they stood on the corner selling crack, I would run to the store and get him a Lincoln Boudin, a bag of chips, soda, this and that, this and that. These are the guys that raised me. Like I was doing basically training, and then my mom caught them one day. That's a whole nother story though. But they that's what they used to do. Like, but they would tell me they was gonna pay me. And you know, so it'd be 8 guys out there with a sack. So I got to run to the store for all of them. And they, you know, some of them would stiff me and wouldn't pay me. My mama caught them not paying me. It was like, nah, if y'all gonna make him run to the store, you know, make sure he paying. But I grew up in that's the neighborhood Shock grew up in too. Like that's where I grew up. That's where we grew up. Yeah, that's what we grew up in. So like
New England Patriots, yeah.
Yeah. So as I get, like I say, I'm in Hitchcock now. You know, I escaped a lot from, like, Port Arthur was like it was gun violence then, like, you know, but back then a death would happen like once every 2 or 3 years. Like we would lose somebody. It's not like now. It's like these kids are seeing death and funeral, death and funeral, death and funeral. So like back then, you know, it was man, I remember when Fred got shot, and it was like, that was one of the reasons why I couldn't move back to Port Arthur. It was like, man, East and West had started going. I was at the age where, man, I'm going this way, they going that way. And it started being that or whatever. But it's like I said, I moved to Hitchcock for a better life. My grandmother did what she could. You know, she had the dealer's charge card. She had the J.C. Penney's charge card. So I was starched and you know, you get polos to go to church. I went to Rise and Star. So I'm going to get the polos and all that to go to church. So I was a clean little guy. You know what I'm saying? Cologne. She kept me looking nice. And like I said, I had people that was, you know, doing what they do, and boosters in your family naturally when you're dealing with that type of stuff. So I was always looking nice, get to school, like I say. Now I got a drug habit though. Now I'm into stuff that I have no business into. And this is what I'm telling y'all about not blaming a parent. My people did everything they could for me. I chose to get to school and take my Pell Grant and start taking it and driving to Dickinson and driving back in the middle of the night with pounds of weed. Like, these are the type of things that we were doing, you know what I mean? And with no direction, no guidance, because, you know, we didn't have anybody in front of us that did what we did. That's the point that I want to bring home to y'all. So I go home. So now I've gotten in trouble at school. We going out of town. We go to Arkansas State, and we were staying in Memphis. And that's crazy that kid just got killed in Memphis that you just posted.
Yeah.
And we go to Memphis, and before we leave, get on the plane, doing the dumb stuff, you know, stuff I had no business doing. Before we get on the plane. So I'm smelling like it. The head coach is sitting right next to me because him and Coach Terrebonne coached together at Louisiana Tech. So these people are intertwined. Coach Baldwin recruited Chubby at LSU, and he wound up becoming the head coach at Louisiana Lafayette. So you get what I'm saying? Like, these people been knowing me since I was small. So he was a preacher, you know what I mean? So didn't want anything to do with that. He was always on me with that, for sure. Like, it's 5 o'clock Bible study, bro. We didn't want any parts of that. We would live, you know, when you living in that demonic mind state, you know what it is. So in it, we're going through all this stuff. I knocked the door down to get myself, you know what I'm saying, kicked out of school, they still wouldn't kick me out, man. I was doing all type of stuff, man. I'm academic probation. I'm missing classes. Like, I've never did bad in school, but I wasn't even going to class. I wasn't even attempting. I was getting high every day. So as all this going on now, mind you, when we pull up for practice, I'm still 12 for 14, 11 for 12. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm rarely having incompletions and all this type of stuff. Like, but I didn't understand that more mattered than just football. You know what I mean? Like, that's all. I was like, man, I'm good. I didn't, nobody could tell me shit. So as all of this go on, I done found myself now, fast forward, this is my 3rd year in college. I should be playing, but I'm going through all type of foolishness, doing what I do. Well, we're out of town, and some of my homeboys, they had to snuck some stuff up on the plane. So they like, hey, man, after they do curfew, man, we're going to circle back, go out back. We stand in Memphis across from the FedEx site. So it was a big hotel. I forgot what hotel it was, but we right there. So that night, I'm getting in the bed, we go to the movies and all that. We in Memphis, so we go to the movies and all that, come back, they do bed checks. After they do bed checks, I hear come a bang on my door. Now, I'm supposed to be going with my homeboys to go smoke or whatever, but I'm taking a boo-boo. So as they beating on the door, I'm like, damn, who beating on the door? I'm in the bathroom. So I really had forgot about it. I wasn't even, you know what I mean? You know how you just tell your homeboys, yeah, I'm coming. Like, I really ain't on that. But so it's a coach. He come get me like, hey, man, Coach Ball, I want to talk to you, Coach Bailey. So we walked down at our defensive tackle coach. I was real cool. Like, a lot of these coaches used to try to save me. A lot of coaches, man. And like, rest in peace, Coach tatted me. Like, man, these were good people, bro. Good people, man. And Coach Tatamy wrote me while I was in prison.
Coach Tatamy, that used to coach in Texas High School. He was at Blinn Junior College.
Yep, that's man. Hey, good dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
solid dude.
I'm down there.
He said, man, he from Galveston, man. You gotta give him some time. You gotta get all that Galveston stuff up out of.
And those coaches, all of them kind of coaches took a special liking to me. So I wind up, like I said, they called me in there. So as I'm walking in, I look in there. It's a double, like a double room. And I look over there. I see my homeboys that I was supposed to go smoke with. They sitting over there. I'm like, oh man, what they got going on? So as I'm sitting there, man, I'm watching, and I'm like, damn. He like, hey, man, you bring some smoke down here or something? I'm like, no, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? So he like, man, well, somebody went and told that we was all in a group. Like, he heard us at while we were eating and said that we was gonna smoke. Dude, he went and told the coach that it was, it was a distraction for the team. Meanwhile, I had like like 8, 9 of my homeboys, my teammates, they in the room throwing the smoke detector in the pool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he told on us. I'm like, damn. So anyway, that's a whole nother story. But that is really not funny, but it's crazy as hell. But as I'm saying, I'm where I'm at. All right. So he like, man, hey, you need to tell me what you got going on. I'm finna send you back on a bus home. And I ain't talking about back to Lafayette. You finna go back to Hitchcock, boy. So I'm like, man, coach, I smoked before I got on a plane, man. I ain't bring nothing with me though. So they sent me back. So I was suspended for the Arkansas State game. Mind you, I'm supposed to play in this game, and I probably more than likely gonna start in the last game of the season. Smoke that off. Now I'm mad at the coaches like it's their fault because I had no accountability. Like, this one I'm telling you, it's not on the kids. I had no accountability. So I'm blaming the coaches. I'm finna transfer. Really because I want to go to Southern because I can go down there and do what I want to do and run around and just be all the way
Continue doing wrong.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got a better place I can go do wrong at. And then I got one of my homeboys from New Orleans, Elvis Joseph, that he got his key in my back. He won't go too. He wound up going to the league from Southern though. So anyway, now I wind up I'm getting ready to transfer. So you know how it goes. It's all going bad. I get caught cheating on the test. So the teacher give me an F. Boom. I failed. So my grades ain't just terrible, but they ain't just good. So one bad grade for me got me dropped down to like a 1.8. You got to be a 2.0 for you to be able to transfer. So my grades ain't even good enough for me to transfer. So now I done put my nuts all on the table and talk crazy to these people. Like, you know, like I don't need them, like how these kids are doing, jumping in the transfer portal.
Crashing
And, you
out.
know, and you don't even have all your paperwork and everything together. You know what I'm saying? Handle your business. So, boom. Long story short, I had a teacher. He wrote a book and he had made the New York Times bestseller list. He was my English teacher. I made a B in his class. I went to his class all the time. He had a real cool class, and there was a bunch of fine girls in that class. So I went to that class all the time. So I wound up making a B, and it was like an 88. He changed my grade to a 90. But check this out. Before he changed my grade, while I was waiting on that grade to get changed, when I go home for Christmas break, I told you I'm in my addiction now. All it's about now is sipping syrup and getting high, right? So now I'm popping handlebars. So now we go home. So I'm with one of my homeboys. Y'all all know him as Chewy, Coach Chambers, Chris Chambers. So me and him, we together all day. He had a job at Popeyes. He was working at Popeyes. So he had a couple of days off or something, and we chilling. We home from school, so like we work out every day, lift weights, run, and all that. So we at home. It's Christmas break, so he like, man, let's go. You know, we just kind of moving around, and I'll never forget this day. It's early in the day. I'm gonna tell you about real friends, man. This is why you need to surround yourself with real friends. I'm gonna tell you about what real friends mean, and these kids got to start surrounding themselves with real friends. So we riding around. For some reason, we're going to Tech City and it's raining. I don't know what we're doing, but at some point in the day, we're riding to Tech City. So there used to be an Ace check cashing on Main and 45, like where McDonald's is. It's like a store. It used to be an Ace check cashing, like right there. So me and him riding. So we riding down. So we get down to Tech City and we on our way back, and it's pouring down raining. Me and my addiction, right? So I'm doping. So I say, hey, it's out here raining. The police ain't gonna be out here. This my logic, right? It's gonna be raining, so the police ain't gonna be out here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run in this Ace check cashing. You park down the street. When I jump in the car, you know what I'm saying? You just take off. So he paused. He looked at me. At this time, Chris was at Tarleton State. He was at Tarleton State. So he just left Navarro. He was balling. You know what I'm saying? He had like game winning catch in the national championship game, all that. So we riding around. So like I said, I just tell him this. I'm like, hey, I'm finna go in here. So he's sitting there. I think we smoking a Black and Mild. And if y'all ever smoked a Black and Mild with you, you know he be hitting it hard. He hit it. And he looked at me. He looked at me. He said, man, you gonna park this car. You gonna go in there. You gonna rob that store. And I'm gonna leave your dumb ass. Because that's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
He gonna leave you. He say he gonna. What he
now,
say?
now we on our way. Now we on our way riding with on our way. It's a whole nother backstory to it too, because I got a gun with me and all kind of stuff. While I got the gun with me, that's a whole nother story. But at this time, I'm listening to the Hot Boys every day. I'm on guerrilla warfare, so I'm at war. I got a pistol on me and I'm riding and looking for the ops. This what I'm on. This what I'm saying. So he like, man, I'm leaving. So now we arguing all the way back to Hitchcock. My grandmother lived on Lil Bend, which is right before you get to the Oaks and all that. She stayed on the corner house. I could throw a football to Highway 6 from my grandmother's house. So we we argue all the way back to the house. So now it's nighttime and Ace T's going down. I'm a Division I football guy. Like, I'm not even really a Ace T's kind of guy, right? And I'm broke. I probably got like $12 in my pocket. So I'm gonna tell you something about being broke with a gun, right? It's a bad combination. Recipe for disaster. And broke people don't think straight. So now, mind you, my grandmother just told me probably like 3 days before this, I come in the house and I'm pretty loaded. And I just sat up and I looked and I turned around and she was sitting up, she was standing over me in the dark, right? Because I'm trying to be quiet. You know how you try and move around, be quiet, but you know what I'm saying? And she say, you need to stop what you're doing. She say, because when you go to jail, I'm not coming down there to get you, right? This is what she telling me. I'm like, man, you tripping, right? Because what am I, Tristan? I'm a AB student in high school. I'm still in college. I'm on scholarship. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't know that I'm out here doing all the wrong stuff with all the right stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting there. Now, fast forward to this day. He's like, man, let's go to Ace T's. So we leaving my grandmother's house. Him and my other homeboy, you know what I'm saying? They didn't talk me into going, I don't want to go, but I got the car. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother bought me a 94 Buick Regal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You spoiled.
You get what I'm saying? The sacrifice, right? So I'm down there and my little hustling and went bad because I was coming home with my Pell Grant, getting smoke and taking it back down there, and man, just doing a whole lot, bro. Breaking every code it was to be known to be broke. You know what I'm saying? My uncle and my cousin both went fed, so my OGs was gone. You get what I'm saying? And this is why OGs is so important. So as I'm sitting there, we go out. We at HT's. These two, they having fun. They having a ball, right? I'm broke. I got about $11 in my pocket. Probably not even that because I might have had to pay $5 to get in. You know what I'm saying? I'm drinking the water. You feel me? So we leaving out. And so before we left the house, me and Chew almost had a fight. Chris Chambers, we almost had a fight because he was like, we walk into the car and he was like, hold on. He's like, man, you got that gun? So I'm like, yeah. He like, hey, if you got that gun, I'm not even going nowhere with you, bro. So now we're about to have another fight because I'm telling him he's soft. He don't never really want no trouble. He like, man, you call me what you want. I'm telling you, I ain't going nowhere with you with that gun. That's exactly what he's saying. So now I had to take the gun, put it up in the house, right? He mad. You know what I'm saying? So when I put the gun up, he like, man, I don't know what you on, but you trying to do something stupid. So boom, we wind up going.
You campaigning for it.
Yeah, this is my homeboy though. Like, you get what I'm saying? My real homeboy. Listen to what I'm telling you. That's my real homeboy. You like, man, what the hell what's wrong with you? Right? Boom. We go out. So it's a whole lot going on. You know, it's going on. What's going on? It's Galveston and Texas City. You know how it's going on. This the 90s. You know what's going on. So, man, I'm out there. So my people tell me, hey, can you go grab my thing for me? I don't have mine with me because Chew made me leave mine. Chew over there, he all you see is teeth. He talking to some girl. He happy. I don't want to talk to no girls. I'm broke. I don't want to talk to nobody, right? I'm shamed because I'm a dope fiend. So I go get it from him. Now I got it on me. So now I'm on a whole nother mission. I got somebody else in the car with me that I can get to drive on this mission, but I still got Chew in the car. So we go to the Waffle House because that's where everybody supposed to be going. But it's been raining all day. You know what I'm saying? So as it's been raining all day, we wind up going there. Ain't nobody really at the Waffle House. I switched seats. I jump in the back. So Chew like, man, take me home. Man, take me home. Boom. We go down. I run up in this spot. The people lock the door on me. I jump back in the car. We speed off. Right. So now the first mission, you should abort mission, but hey, it's me. You know, I'm going all the way with anything, stupidity and all.
So you went to the first store, and while you was finna walk in, before you walked in, they locked the door.
Because it's late at night. It's 2:00 in the morning. It used to be a Shell station. Right now, it's like a coffee shop right there on the feeder of 45 when you come in, like you going back on to Emmett F. Lowry. There used to be a Shell across from where like the Whataburger and stuff is.
Yeah.
It used to be a Shell, but it was like a Shell where they could work on cars and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing open. I'm really on some dumb stuff. I'm trying to go do some other stuff, like just a lot of craziness. So we driving off. So Chew like, man, take me home. Take him on another mission. This time I go in, I rob the store. We take off, we leaving. As we make 1 block away from the store, the police is there, right? So now we're in a high-speed chase. Boom. So throw the pistol out the car, boom. We get took down there to the police station. The dude identified me as the person. The dude that was in the store, he identified me. I'm going to tell you how crazy I was. I had a University of Southwestern Louisiana strength and conditioning shirt on.
Oh, man.
I flipped it inside out, bro. I'm telling you. Hey, I can't make this up, bro. Stupid. I'm telling you. Man, listen, bro. I'm telling you, stupid, right? So boom, we go in. Now we're in high speed chase. They got us out there laying down in the mud. And I'm just looking at you. And I'm like, man. So now that you know they got us in there. So the black dude, he was a policeman in Tech City. He like, yeah, you played football. Your ass ain't gonna be playing no more football now. So I'm like, yeah, reality setting in. And when I get in there, I'm looking at my shirt and I'm like, man, I'm dead anyway. Like I say, the dude identified me. So the next morning I wake up, the detective want to talk to you, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm sitting there all night, I don't sleep. So, man, I walk by Chew cell, he in there, and I go in there, and I'm like, man, I did it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing to do with it, man. But, you know, with me saying that I did it, my driver wound up being part of the case too. But I told him that Chew was sleeping, he ain't had nothing to do with it. I took my lick. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I could do, like this man telling me to take him home. So from that, but check this out. I could play football. I could throw a football, you know what I'm saying? Pretty far. So I get a scholarship to Midwestern State after this, even during all this madness that I got going on.
Oh, this pending trial, right?
Yeah. So I bond out. Granny come down there, bond me out. Got to do all kind of stuff, put the house up. You know how it go. You know what I'm saying? Take out all kind of savings and money and this and that. And my grandmother had about 15 rental properties. Anybody from Hitchcock could tell you this. Like she owned buildings, the Honey Hush, all that kind of stuff, man. Between me and my daddy going to jail, we ran through all that money. You know what I mean? So it's one of the things in life that I'm most, that's why I was embarrassed about it so much and I didn't talk about it. You know what I mean? So like, then I leave. So I go up to Wichita Falls. So it was a coach up there by the name Coach Lott. So Coach Lott recruited Chubby at Trinity Valley. And so they had Dominique Rose up there. So they was like, hey, man, come up here. They had a couple other quarterbacks. I go up there, I wound up beating them out. But when I get up there, I'm going to tell you how crazy I am. So this is why I'm able to relate to those kids so well. I get down there. And me and my homeboy, we busting scripts. So I go to on campus to get a prescription in Wichita Falls at Midwest State University. I go get a prescription, bust a script, get a script case, I got a fresh dope case in Wichita Falls. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going through all this here. So I'm down there. Can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So
All
we're
right.
gonna say, so you caught a dope case.
In
And
Wichita, I'm
why?
out on bond. I'm
Yeah,
out on
yeah.
bond.
Yeah, you going down, fella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
so I get back. You know what I'm saying? So I stayed out a year. You know what I'm saying? Played the whole football season at Midwestern State. Won 7 games in a row. You know what I'm saying? Was in it to win the championship in the conference. Used to being on charter planes in Louisiana, get to D2 on riding on buses. You know me, still in my addiction. I'm pop a whole bunch of pills, trick the whole championship game off against Northeast. Boy, my whole we had the #1 defense in the country in Division 2. Man, they was gonna beat my ass, boy. You hear me? My brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm full of them pills. Hold on, I can't hear you.
My bad. You full of the pills before the game.
On the
So
bus
you
ride
all
there.
dope fiending. You dope
No, no.
fiending all the way.
I need to sleep on the way up there. So I'm leaning the whole way there. We get there. So now, mind you, every game that I done played, they have seen nothing but flawless Jamar. Because before the games, I'm telling you about addiction. So how I could just be able to, this is why I'm able to speak about this stuff now. I had a roommate that was from Allen, Texas. He was an All-American soccer player. But at that time in Allen, they had a heroin problem, right? So he come in they put him in a dorm with me. Like the dorms that we lived in, the Cowboys used to be in the dorms at Midwestern State. Midwestern State was nice. You know what I'm saying? Like the facilities and everything. It was nice. Their dorms were nicer than Louisiana Lafayette. So while I'm down there, I'm a quarterback. So they put this dude in the dorm with me. He a recovering drug addict. You already know what I'm doing. I'm smoking him out. I'm smoking him out every day. Now me and him, we smoking, we blowing weed out the window and all kind of stuff. So him being who he is, he like, here, I got something for you. He started giving me Adderall. He like, hey, don't only take this before the games, right? So on game days when I was at Midwestern, the first we went 7-0. I'm on Adderall. So it's like in every game, it was like people was moving in slow motion, and I'm out there just moving in, you know what I'm saying? But now I done got a hold of some other meds, and I'm mixing them together. I'm telling you, I'm sleeping on the way to the championship game. I throw 3 picks, trick the game off. I'm talking about a masterpiece by Dominique Rose, bro. A masterpiece, bro. A masterpiece, bro. I know that's what every NFL scout watched was that game because they had a top-rated defense too. But in my defense against the UCO game, I had 295 yards and 60 on the ground, and he fumbled 3 times in that game. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? He tricked mine off, and they was ranked in the country too. I was going to pop their top. But, man, I'm saying that, all of that too. I'm going through what I'm going through, and I still wasn't doing right, bro. You know what I mean? And I had a foundation of people that sacrificed and gave me everything I wanted. Man, my grandmother would call me, and you know, we from the South in Wichita Falls, it's snow. So my grandmother would call me, I'll be laying in my bed. My window was just like this too. And she'd be like, I'm looking at the news, it says snowing up there. I'd be like, oh yeah, Granny. Man, I look outside. I'm not going to no classes, bro. I'm not going to no classes, bro. Like, and I'm saying that to say because it made me mad when I'm hearing people blaming them parents, and the accountability is all on the kid, man. You know what I'm saying? You get them to a certain point and you get them to a certain extent, man. It's nothing you can do, bro. There's nothing you can do. So when I went to court, so boom, I go to court. You know what I'm saying? And the DA, Joe Maida, that's his name from Galveston. And I was in Judge Garner 110 district court. Yeah. So right after election time. And I was a star football player, and I didn't have no business robbing people. That was the narrative that he said went in there. And people gave me 9 years in TEC, right? They gave me 9 years.
That's what they did with the dope case. They did that for the robbery. What they do with the dope case?
Oh yeah, the dope case. I wound up beating that. I was the starting quarterback. So I beat that like Rocky. You see what I'm saying? I had so many people that sacrificed, but I had so many people that enabled me. You know what I mean? I had so many people that enabled me for so long because
They would never let you take a lick.
at the end of the day, everybody thought I was doing the right thing. And that's why I'm defending them parents, because I wasn't doing the right thing. And those parents don't know that those kids not doing the right thing. So I wound up going to prison. This is the crazy part. I wound up going to prison. I'm sad. I'm sad in prison, man. Ooh, I'm sad, man.
Hold on, before you even go, how was that first day getting off that bus?
No, I gotta tell you about being in the county. So, man, when I went to jail, I was 235 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I just came out of football season. So I went to jail December the 1st. I had just came home for for Thanksgiving, drove back to school. And my lawyer was like, hey, you gotta go to court. So boom, I drive back down there. You know what I'm saying? My co-defendant go to court the day before me. I come the day after. You know what I'm saying? Boom, I go in there. I take my lick, man. It is what it is, man. I did it. They didn't really have nothing to do with it. It is what it is. So, man, I go in there. Man, it's like I couldn't breathe, bro. To go from being a Division I athlete, flying around the country, waking up, eating steak and eggs, watching Lee Corso in the morning, you know what I'm saying? College game day in different cities, you know what I'm saying? You flying to Washington State, we playing Oklahoma State, we playing Arkansas and Fayetteville, you know what I'm saying? And doing all this stuff to now, I done put myself in a position, and I was in a position to be able to take care of my family, you know what I mean? So for a long time, I couldn't speak about it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I go to prison, man, I get in there, the first, man, I might have dropped from like 235 to like 180, bro. I could not eat. I couldn't.
That was in the county, or that's by the time you got
in the
prison?
county. In the county, I couldn't eat. And it was Dale Lewis, rest in peace, eBay Ernest Triplet, Calvin, and like so a dude I grew up with named Flimsy, Calvin Benson, man. He driving vacuum trucks in the refineries and stuff, man. And he was in there, and I walked in, and when I walked in, his eyes got big. He was like, how you get to jail? Like, you get what I'm saying? That was my reality. Like, his reaction was he ran and got eBay. He was like, man, what? So I ain't have to go in there and fight nobody. They like, man, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dale came over to me, started talking to me. You know, he was tank balls. He like, man, you was playing college football, and you and man, boy, what you was doing. So as I'm talking, man, I'm just every day, man, I can't do nothing but just sleep. Man, I wind up going down to the penitentiary. And so this is the thing I tell people, like, man, you scared because you it's the unknown. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going on. You don't know. And you know, I'm at this time going to the penitentiary, I wasn't at 180. I was probably like 190, but I was still bigger than most of the dudes that's in there.
Yeah.
And you know, I had a real football build. We had been lifting weights, so I still wasn't gonna be able to the muscle, you know what I'm saying? I just the stress knocked it off so fast. But as I get down there, and man, I wound up in Beaumont, and it was like, I was like, man, and it was just some older guys that was like, man, pick up your Bible, start reading this and that, and man, I could start putting them. I'm talking about, man, I was just in a fog, brother. And when I say a fog, man, I just came from jail, so I was getting just came from college, so I was getting a lot of mail. Like, the people in jail, like, man, how you get so much mail? But it was so, like, I knew so many, you know, we in college, they're like, damn, my homeboy went to jail, so I'm getting mail. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting pictures, all that, man. So it was, and then, like I said, I started fighting back, and then, man, I wound up getting shipped off. I started fighting and all that foolishness and this and that, man. And then I was just being in jail. You know what I mean? Not understanding nobody, still no accountability, still not understanding the people that I hurt, none of that, man. So Coach Terrebonne, my high school football coach, he used to work in Angleton. The parole board is in Angleton, right? So he wrote a letter for me. He wrote a letter for me and got me a hardship to where I could come from. I was way up in Colorado City, Texas. I was up there for like 2.5 years. Whole bunch of fighting, whole bunch of foolishness. You know what I'm saying? I was staying out the way for the most part because you could fight and get away with it and all that type of stuff. Like I said, I'm no accountability. Well, when I got close to home, I was in Sugar Land. I was on the Central Unit. It's a museum now. So I was over there, and my grandmother was able to start coming see me. You know what I'm saying? And my grandmother, that was this strong lady that took care of me when my, you know what I'm saying, my mom was on drugs, my dad died. Like, this lady took care of me, right? Now she was in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Life had life, and I wasn't there. You get what I'm saying? And that's the things that I want these kids to understand. Life will life, and you might not be there. Now, by the grace of God, I'll never forget, one day she came to see me. I was getting ready to go home. So I had been locked up like 4.5 years, right? And she was like, baby, I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a dude at the table that had told the girl that was coming to see me, which wound up being Bella Mama. And he was like, man, he just knocked the dude out in the day room and this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm down there being stupid down there. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm as I go through this, like I said, my grandmother come and she told me, she was like, baby, I'm getting old. And she was in a wheelchair, and I was like, damn. 5 years of my life had passed by. And the only thing that saved me while I was able to do my time, like Cadillac and all that, they took me to, when I went to intake at the Holiday Unit, they give you a test when you go in. Now, I just literally left from college a couple of weeks ago. So as I'm taking this test, I have nothing else to do. So I'm just reading it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't miss any of the test questions. So I was a GED teacher's aide. I was a math tutor while I was in prison. You know what I'm saying? So that was able to escape me through, and it saved me because I had 30 days before I went home, and I punched one of my homeboys in the eye and swelled his eye up and got sent back to my unit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no accountability, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And one of the realest cats I met from Galveston to this day, love this brother, Byron James. That's one of the realest dudes I ever met in my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? And meeting that dude, and he used to be like, he not really that much older than me, but he used to be like, man, you just a knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? And man, we would talk about, you know, getting your life together and what to, like, because he didn't know. I'm like, man, you can get a job in a refinery. I knew this back then. And I just, like I said, I still had coaches writing me and this and that. And man, when I came home, I got back to it, man, started working or whatever. And I never would talk about my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have all these discussions about quarterbacks and all this. You ain't gonna hear my name in the conversation because it was a time where it was dead, because I didn't talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, I was embarrassed about it. But I embraced Islam, and I had some brothers that told me, they was like, hey, man, you need to start telling kids your story. And like I said, and then Coach Terrebonne, Coach Smith, all them different coaches, they like, man, you need to come talk to these kids. So we at a point right now, we need to talk to them more than ever. And what I mean by that is, man, they could be so gone. And that's what I'm telling you about this music. You talking about the culture and the people that they surround themselves with. And, you know, the other thing people will be, the first thing they'll say is, watch the crowd they hang around. I'm the bad crowd. I wasn't hanging around the bad crowd. I was the bad crowd. Yeah. And I could disguise it because I had all of this stuff going for me, but at the same time, I was a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? I was a cancer. You know what I mean? I was a cancer. You know what I mean? And that's the things, like, that I try to stress now about with these kids is the camaraderie and your brothers. And at the end of the day, I came home from prison. Me and Chew, we were roommates for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we talking about real friends. He told me not to do it. You know what I mean? I could live with myself.
Repeatedly.
I could repeatedly told me not to take him. And I'm gonna show you how real God is. You know him, 20 plus years in the community, hands on deck. You know what I'm saying? 20 plus years of helping kids. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, my thing to get in where I fit, I'm like, man, I got so many friends that do this and do this and do this. Is how we gonna get in, man. I was like, man, we're gonna give. I know how to give exposure to these kids because I deal with it. I love it. I got a passion for it. So I'm like, man, you know what? We talking and have a good time with making the picks and this and that. But man, we're in the time right now, man, with all these guns, with all this stuff, man. I have a friend that works at juvie. I could tell you that 80% of them cases with them kids is in there for is breaking in cars, looking for guns. They'll have $10 in their pocket with a 30. They have no money. They have no money. They have money on Cash App that they have burned from people or money that they got from stealing, brother. And it's at your front door now because for a while, everybody could hide from it. Like me, I live in a community with a homeowners association. We all run out to the homeowners association neighborhoods and think that it's good. Man, it's here too. You know what I'm saying? You wake up every day, give your kid a good life. They still gonna do the wrong thing. And it's not your fault. The thing is, the solution that I believe for all of this is, man, we got to be able to ask for help, bro. I'm talking about parents. We have to be able to ask for help. You have to have people that you talk to about this.
Most definitely.
Every day I miss my homeboy Critter. I miss him because the uncomfortable conversations, you have to have them. There's no way we can move forward with this if we do not have these uncomfortable conversations. We have to talk about, do we even let them go out? We're at the point now, man, do we even let them go out, bro? It's so that everybody got a gun. Everybody has a gun. Everybody has a gun, bro. They have no money, but they have a gun.
It's like a piece and chain. It's like the gun is like the piece and chain was to us. Remember, everybody had to have a piece in the chain. Well, to them, they gotta have the Glock with the extension on it.
And
you know?
and like I said, I'm never gonna be a hypocrite. Like I said, I just told you my life story. So, but the thing was, when we had them, they were for defense. You know what I'm saying? It was for defense. Like, that's not for defense what y'all are doing. You know what I'm saying? And the parents, I'm saying this to y'all because some of y'all have no idea until it's too late. And I'm telling you, they are breaking in cars. So a lot of y'all, everybody that's listening to, man, I want to tell y'all, man, be responsible when you get out your car. Man, lock your car, but man, take your gun out of there, man. They breaking in cars, man. That's what they doing, man. They breaking in cars. They getting guns. They all got guns, bro. Everything that we dealing with, man, is gun violence, bro. Everything we deal with is gun violence, bro.
And they're trying to play the Chicago game. You know what I'm saying? The look. If you look at them now, they wearing sweaters in the middle of July. In Chicago, it don't get Texas hot. They can rock a sweater and a hoodie and a beanie in July. They portraying the image of the robber.
And like I said, it didn't matter to people till it was at your front door. But what they emulating is, these are people that they're emulating is people that live in the projects. We talking about kids that live in communities with we're not talking about the projects or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They know how to adjust to that. They know how to deal with that. They know how to move with that. Like, we have kids that don't know how to move like that. And they're listening and they're influenced by things that they have no reason, no business being influenced by. They don't understand what stepping and sliding is. But now they putting themselves in a situation where they're feeling pain and hurt because of the stuff that they getting themselves into. You know what I mean? And my thing is, man, when these lives are lost, bro, you know what I mean? They giving them 65, 70 years, bro. You know what I mean? They are getting 60 and 70 years, man. I don't think people understand what's going on, brother.
You been where they going. Tell them how it is when they walk up in there, you young, 18, 19, playing. You ain't a real one, a real street guy. You was playing the street guy. You really a football player that did something stupid. You a student athlete.
Let me tell you the truth, bro, about that. I grew up fighting. Like, Roy Jones was my guy. Anybody from Hitchcock that grew up with you, they're gonna tell you I emulated Roy Jones with the fighting cock and all that. Like I used to do all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I could always fight. When I get to jail, I was big. So needless to say, I'm gonna say this, man. Don't be afraid of that. Like Bubba and all that, man, that ain't happening, bro. The only people that's getting something took from them is somebody that want to let somebody take something from them. If you understand what I'm saying. This is what you need to be afraid of, bro. Every day, when I got to a certain point, when I started realizing I wasn't home, I was afraid of a little white guy that had an office in a school building, the chaplain. He was a little dude, like a little short guy, a little white guy, you know what I'm saying? Clean cut white guy. He was our chaplain. I was terrified of this man because that's the person that come and tell you that somebody died.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So
remind you that you're missing life.
Let me explain something to them about what they don't understand and what's going on. This the real. We're going to talk about the real. You go down that road, right? So let's say you in the middle of doing something and you do something you don't have no business doing. Now it's a capital offense, right? So you're going to have a high grade classification, like, you know what I'm saying? You medium custody, closed custody, you're going to come in like that, right? The state of Texas got budget cuts, bro. They short on staff. You got to have so many staff to be able to take you to a funeral. I want to tell you, if something happened to grandma, if something happened to your mama, something happened to your daddy, all the people that raised you, man, you might not make it to see them, brother. I'm talking about for them, even for your family to be able to pay for you to be able to go, man, you may not see them again. My grandmother had a car accident. That's why she couldn't walk no more. She got hit in Dickinson and driving, didn't have no business driving. You know, she was old. And the chaplain came to see me. And man, I was scared every day of the chaplain, bro. Like when the chaplain walked by, man, everybody, your eyes go, you ain't scared of Bubba. We fight. It is what it is. You know, we don't get it on. There's a whole bunch of people from Galveston down there. There's a whole bunch of people from Port Arthur down there. I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't you scared of that chaplain, man. Each and every day. Them people that sacrifice so much for you, you're already disappointing them now. You down here, and it ain't no guarantee that they're gonna let you go home to even go see them or see about them and wish them they last farewell, or when they going through something that you're gonna be able to be there for them, because you're not gonna be there. So like whenever people say, because they had the Scare Straight program and this and that, and man, them kids would come through there and you scream on the bars, and man, them kids be back in 2 weeks with a number.
Yeah, straight shit ain't work. If you really bad, then a motherfucker. It was an educational thing. Okay, so this what it is. I think I can probably make it up here.
Nah,
you know
man,
I mean?
it's so like you at the point now. You at the point now, man, with what's going on. Like I say, man, we listening to Doc every day, man. Amy, man, salute to Doc, man. What he doing? Keep doing it, man. It's gonna take a village, bro. And people gonna have to be able to reach out and ask for help. And what I say, I don't have all the answers, brother. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, I can share my story, tell my story, and I have empathy because I know what it is to make a stupid decision. And you think that you live in this way, and you really have no reason to be thinking
that you're sticking in a can of oil. You think you're seeing everything better than everybody else.
You're not. Yeah. You're not. You know what I'm saying? And you know, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. And that's the main thing with all these kids now. Can't nobody tell them nothing. So, you know.
Well, the biggest problem with that is people talking at them and not to them. And then on the other hand, you got grown men worshiping kids. You know, this is what we falling off. We don't have the elder part of it no more. You know, you got grown men, these kids doing this down the third. Yeah, they doing things that we have never would have dreamed of getting all this money fresh out of high school like these kids is now. These opportunities, these visits, you know, they getting media now in high school, some in junior high. We wouldn't have never thought that the game would have progressed the way it is now.
So with that, I had a conversation with Bemish today, and that's what we was talking about. So with what you talking about with the exposure the being all over this and being all over that, and the money that comes with it, man, these parents are jealous, brother. These parents are jealous. And so now you have a jealous spirit in these parents, and they got these kids in front of them. Man, you better than him. And I think the coaches, they just kissing his butt and they letting him do this and letting him do that. And it breeds a jealousy and it brings a distinction and a because a kid is gonna listen to their parents. You know what I'm saying? So like I see sometimes when y'all say, man, we recruiting parents. And man, it's just a thing, man, where you have that hate and you have that jealousy. And like I consider myself to be a you know what I'm saying, a godly man. You know what I'm saying? I love people, like, you know what I'm saying? So I and what I believe in, man, I believe in something greater than me. You know what I mean? So it's no way that I'm gonna hate on any kids, man. You want to see them all do good, because just because that kid doing good, that don't mean yours ain't doing good. And everybody don't have the same highway. You know what I'm saying? So
Man,
all of that stuff.
Man, you said a lot, man. Because they thinking you got to do it in sports when you could do it in so many. Look in the area and the region we live in. It's so many ways to make 6 figures. 2 years college, get you a couple certifications, and you living way. You ain't got to go worry about going to class and all that for no 4, 5 years.
Yes, sir.
With just the region we live in, you can eat and be living good. But that's
so
not
through it. So through it all, through all that football and all them coaches staying on me, and at the end of the day, I wound up getting my college degree. I finished it in prison. So whenever I fill out a job application, they like, okay, you know, my name get put into a hat. I've been in this profession now 17 years, you know what I'm saying, of chemical cleaning. So it's provided a life for me and my family, be able to take care of my kids and responsibilities and live a little bit, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, my ability, even of what I went through, the education was still there. And that was something that was pushed into me. My daddy graduated from Jack Gates High School. You know what I'm saying? He grew up in Galveston. And then, you know, my grandpa, you know what I'm saying, Big Pookie, he wound up getting a house on Blodgett. You know what I'm saying? So my mom grew up in Port Arthur, went to Port Arthur Lincoln High School. So it was education. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad told me, like anybody that know me, they know my number one phrase is, there's nothing cool about being a dummy. That was taught to me by my dad. Even all the foolish, that's why all the foolish stuff I competed in the classroom too. Like I didn't want you to make a better grade than me. So everything that I did, I had the right message and I had people that pushed me the right way. You hear how, the theme is I was never on my own. I always had people pushing me. I just chose to do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that now, all right, I got it together. I help kids. I take care of my responsibilities. And man, the truth of the matter is, man, there's no running from it, man. The God's honest truth is some of these kids gonna have to go to prison, man. They're gonna have to go to prison, bro.
You gotta learn. They say you're gonna learn the easy way or the hard way, didn't they? Didn't grandmama say that? You're gonna learn the easy way or the hard way.
Trouble easy to get into and it's hard to get out of. That's what my grandmother used to tell me. Trouble easy to get into, it's hard to get out of. And man, the thing is, man, you got these parents out here, man. They working, man. You up at the crack of dawn. You doing what you gotta do for these kids. You taking them to camps. You taking them to training. You feeding them right. They got nice clothes. You doing all the stuff you're doing because the stuff that go on in the hood, it's been going on in the hood. Like I say, you adjust, but people got better jobs now, man. These girls going to school, becoming nurses and teachers and this and that, and man, taking care of these kids. And
oh, the next generation doing, they taking advantage of their opportunities. It's just this other half that's treacherous and it's destroying. It's taking futures away before they even get started. Bright futures, and not just on athletics.
You said the word, that's the main word, and that's treacherous, bro. So like, you from where you from, and man, your homeboy wasn't gonna come and rob you, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're doing it to friends, bro. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like they doing it to friends, man. And it's like at some point, man, we gonna have to come together, bro, and figure something out. Like, cause it's like I said, man, everybody got to stop and ask for help, bro. Nobody got the answers to this. Like we're not sitting here telling y'all we got the answer to this. We telling y'all that we all need to come together and come up with a solution
and figure it out.
On the east side, they having something Monday. Man, we'll repost it, man. They one of those the pastors over there, they having a community like man, stop the violence, man. Like, man, because at this point, man, we live in Galveston County, man. You know what I mean? Like, well, I lived in Galveston County, but man, we go to a lot of funerals, bro. We becoming desensitized to it. And it's starting to feel like it's normal. Man, you know, we was growing up, man, like I said, man, one kid something may happen every 2 or 3 years. And then some of that would be like you might get hit by a car or, you know what I'm saying? Somebody died from something. And like, man, we distraught, somebody drowned or something. Like, man, we talking about people getting shot, bro.
Yeah.
Like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Accidental deaths, man, people getting killed. And like, man, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot, man. And I'm even at this point, bro. I never ever thought that I would say this, man. Man, we damn near gotta start telling them kids to walk away, bro. Yeah. Like, man, when you get into something, man, it's not even worth it, bro. This coming from me, I never ever thought in life, but now when you have kids, you want to protect them. And you don't want them, you know what I'm saying? You don't want them to pay for the sins that we committed, man. You like, hey, man, walk away, man. Like, man, I'm at the point now, like not with Jamir at 7, he got to get it. But like my older ones, man, walk away, man. Yeah. Walk away, man. We live to fight another day, man. I know y'all tough, man. I tell my boys, I told my son, man, he going to the 10th grade, man. Walk away, man. You had enough fights. You grew up in G County. You play Hitchcock Red Raider football, man. You tough enough for me, brother.
The crazy thing about it though, we didn't have to learn that mentality. So we was in our 20s, early to mid 20s, when they were like, hey, man, you know, these grown men, shit, nah, you ain't finna be putting your hand. When man say leave him alone, he ain't trying to fight. Leave him alone. You got to teach the kids now. I got a story, right? Bastille. You know Bastille. Me and Bastille growing up, we getting into it. I'm not going to say no names. I'm just going to say me and Bastille, we getting into it behind a girl, right? So the girl that lied to me, right? And I grew up with Bice because I used to be on Bell Drive at my kinfolk John Yancey house. I used to be at Lincoln Gym during the summers playing basketball. I grew up with Bice. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Bice. And my stepmama lived on Nightingale. I grew up knowing Bice. You know what I'm saying? So this girl, she lied on us. Both of us, really. Get us into a wreck. You know how it go. Lamarck girls, you know how it go. You know what I'm saying? So he at the Town and Country was spanking them. So my homeboy's like, what she said, he said that, because this, I want y'all to know this how stuff start, right? I got my homeboys from Hitchcock with me, and I don't know, I like bit her on her cheek or something. You know how we used to put marks on girls on their necks and stuff like that, like, or whatever. And she went to school with it. And so probably was showing it off and trying to make him mad or something type. You feel me? Like as you get older, you kind of know what went on. You know what I'm saying? And so Bastille said, yeah, you letting them all dirty Hitchcock suck on your neck and this and his neck. And she tell me this in front of my partners, right? Now, I would have laughed, right? You know what I'm saying? But I got my partners with me, so now I got to be tough. So, yeah, you got to be tough. Because you know the next sentence is, man, you got to fight him.
They know what the next sentence was, yeah, you going to fight him. Yeah, like, fight him. Mind you, I'm a little fighter anyway. I'm fighting all the time anyway. So he come to Town and Country, right? So he always be at the TAC. You know what I'm saying? And my grandmother lived, I walked to the TAC. I lived literally across the street. Like I could walk, maybe it's like 4 blocks. So I go up there, all the slabs out there. You know, this the time when boys is swangers and Monster pulling out and all them, you know what I'm saying? Gary Lane and Mo, Crunchy, Monday, all them, you know what I'm saying? It's going down, you know what I'm saying? So when we go up there, we young, we ain't even supposed to be there. We in high school. We not, and look, I graduated at 17. I know I ain't supposed to be there. I probably was about 16. So there go Bastille. So I walk, man, you said, well, he like, man, what you talking about? Boom, I still off on it. We jumping, right? Over the years, we would see each other mean mug, you know what I'm saying? Him and bruh was tight. And man, Bastille texts me every other couple of days now. You get what I'm saying? And listen to what I'm saying. We live to fight another day now. You get what I'm saying? We jumped this man, for real. You know what I'm saying? That's why Mouton used to be like, man, Hitchcock, like it come from that because he was wanting to do something too. He act like he did. I think he was just in the back woofing. But the whole thing is we look at it and it's not like that for them, bro. They're too embarrassed about this and this and that. Yeah. They're gonna shoot, bro. You get what I'm saying? So we can't live in what we did. That be the thing. That's our biggest problem right now. That is like, oh, it was like this. No, we was fighting, bro. And every now and then, one person may have a gun, unless they were from Cedar Terrace. And then if it was 20 of them, 7 of them had guns. Yeah. But everybody didn't, you know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't have guns, bro.
It used to be after the fight, they be like, man, why you pulled out a gun? Nah, we were punching, man. Don't do that. But now it's where the gun.
Walk away, bro. Like right now, we in a time, man, walk away, bro. Or we gonna have to organize like they doing in Third Ward with Cal Wayne them shooting them down there in Port Arthur. Man, they making them boys put them gloves on. Like it has to be something that is done. Something has to be done.
They doing it in Chicago right now, and it's working.
You got to, man.
Between the mayor and you got speakers in the community that they put everybody in the black shirts with the Stop the Killing shirts. I think that's what it's. I can't remember exactly what the shirts say. They walking around all the neighborhoods. Everybody tell you not to walk around, and they squashing beefs.
The thing about the youngsters is this, man. Man, you could talk to them. If you genuine, they will listen. And see, there's a big divide. That's where a big divide is too, because people automatically figure like, oh man, the young man, yeah, they bad, but man, they look at me. I got sense. You know what I'm saying? I told you
talk at them though.
I told you
everybody mess up at talking at them.
I told you, remind me about a part in that story about when I thought about what somebody told me. When I got to prison and I laid in my bed, at night I would lay there and I would think, and one of my OGs, Calvin Garner, I'll never forget, it was Juneteenth in Galveston. And man, I probably had like a 8 of syrup, a whole bunch of pills, and I was out there and I was so high, man, I was drooling from the side of my mouth, like just loaded, right? And I'll never forget, he walked up on me. He was like, he had tears in his eyes. And he was like, man, what are you doing? And who are you hanging with? He was like, and he went off on the dudes I was with. And he was like, why would y'all have him out here like that? Like, you understand what I'm saying? He understood what was going on. He was a little older than me. You know what I'm saying? And I never thought about that until I got to, and me and him, we got the same birthday. That's still my OG. You know what I'm saying? And like, man, you think about it. And it's like, man, you have the world at your feet and you can still make bad decisions. And it's people telling you the whole time. Like, that's what I'm telling y'all. Like, man, these kids, they'll listen, bro. If you genuine and you go to them, man, they listen. They listen. Like the kids in his car. That's why I got to apologize because, you know, I'm coming. We King Von. We on this, that. They, man, you come and talk to them, man. They want, and like you said, though, Tristan, we got to listen to them too. Man, listen to them. You got to listen to them. You have to listen to them. Like, I'm learning that too with my kids. Like, man, you got to listen to them, hear them out, you know what I'm saying, and make them understand the perspective. And the ones of y'all that need help, man, you got to ask for help. You cannot be too proud. You don't want to be that parent at that funeral, bro. None of us want to be that parent at that funeral, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try to climb in that casket. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they not understanding how urgent this is. Like, bro, it don't matter where you move to. It don't matter how much money you have. None of that stuff matters. It's everywhere. I live in our colony. Somebody shot at the police the other day in up here in our colony, bro.
Yeah.
They shot at the police in our colony, bro. Come on, man.
Brand new community.
The big church.
I tell everybody, man, get out here and talk to these kids. Look, I'm begging y'all, help these people that's out here that even is blessed enough to have the time, is blessed enough to have the patience dealing with these kids. You ain't got to do it yourself. It ain't for everybody, but help them. Because listen, me, myself, you, we ain't got to worry about nobody running in our car, house. We ain't got to worry about nobody doing nothing to us.
Man, but
they gonna listen to us.
Yeah, but just the thing though, nobody can have too much pride to where you cannot, like, so when that coach came and recruited your baby and he was 8 years old, you need to be able to call that same coach when your baby is 16 years old.
Man,
you need to be able to call that same coach when he's 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? This is not a game.
And if and you're supposed to be his coach for life. When we start letting kids go after they age out, that's not the law I was brought up under. I'm fortunate enough to have 4 kids I coached. I started coaching, they was babies. They grown men now raising kids, taking care of business with jobs, and come back and coach and give back. It tripped me out because they like, man, coach, how you do this? Go to work all day, and then you come out here to practice for another 2 hours. Like, yeah, that's what this is. That's what this is. And I'm proud every single day I see them boys out there. I'm proud because I'm like, dang, man, it finally came back around. Tonight is paying it back, it's paying it forward. Now we can eventually go sit back and coach them, coach the youth.
Man,
now we can be the old heads.
And the thing is, man, I got gray hairs, right? Man, them kids don't want to hear nothing about what I used to do. So we got to find the young ones, man. We got to get behind the Jalen Benefields, the Rodricks. We got to get behind these kids and it's so many more. You know what I'm saying? Money and D. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like I talk to Money and D, like, man, you got to be able to reach out to them kids, man, and know that you give your wisdom to them, because the wisdom that you give to them, the youngsters are going to listen to them. They're not going to listen to us. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to listen to us because we just old folks preaching.
And they ain't going to bring us everything. They're going to bring a younger person more. They're going to give us a filter version. Because at the end of the day, they're going to always be respectful to the situation.
Yeah,
they're not telling, but the stuff when they do sit down, it's hard enough for them to talk. The younger generation lack communication skills. They do not know how to talk. They mumble, right? So you got to have patience with them.
Not just that.
Listen to them though.
So this too, man. You got to meet them where they at. And what I mean by that, man, you got to text too. You got to text them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to text them, like, man, and question them, and like I said, man, when you got kids, man, you want to be able to let them be able to leave the house, man, and let them go out and venture, man. And it's so scary now, man. You can't even let them. You can't let them out your sight, man. You can't let them out your sight, man, because there's so much going on, man, and you never know what's going on, and man, you just never know what's going on, man.
If you do it right, like my oldest boy, 25 years old, man, he still keep his location shared to me. Just out of it, hey man, look, I know you grown, you got your own house, building my own money. You don't need me for nothing right now, but I'm your advice, your counselor, right? Man, just do your daddy a favor, man. Keep your location on. So if I hear something happen down there in San Antonio, Austin, San Marcos, I can know it was a shooting down there last week. I can pick up my phone and see where my child is. I ain't rushing you to be grown. I'm telling you it's hard out here being a man. I'm telling you, you know, just listen to your daddy, you know, and they do that. And a wise man told me, if you want to stay in the community, start raising your own kids. Mama, stop denying, no matter what y'all going through, stop denying that man the chance to see his child. If he ain't putting that child in immediate danger or harm, no matter how, don't let no money dictate fatherhood. Because at the end of the day, you need to know why he do what he do, how he do what he do. And the only way he can see this, not hear it, see it, is looking at his daddy.
Man, and at the end of the day, too, man, it's cool to be a daddy these days, man. That's the cool, man. That's in style like a hat, brother. Man, be a daddy, bro. It's cool, man. It's fun over here, man. It's fun being a daddy, bro.
And ain't no dollar amount on it because everybody think it's a dollar amount on fatherhood, man. Man, people going through hard times, man. The one thing that shouldn't cost no money is being a father, man. That's just what it is. And that goes both ways, man. Like fathers, man, do what you can do to help that mother. We know most of the black households or impoverished neighborhood households are separated. They don't have two parents in the home, but the kid can still have two parents.
Yep.
They got to be in the home. They got to get this game, man. The kids that got fathers, they are, I'm telling you, I ain't gonna just say fathers, they have a mother and a father. The numbers show they do better in life. And I'm talking about active, not just in blood. I'm talking about active. It's no dollar amount. Stop telling that dude he can't see his kid because he behind on child support. Man, let him, hey, look, this way ain't gonna cost you nothing, daddy. Just talk to your son and give him some game, man, because I don't know this. He dealing with girls right now. Hey, he dealing with altercations right now. He think he got to be tough. Men don't handle stuff like women. We don't. But kids learn visually. So if I see every time my mama get mad, she scream, holler, go crazy, I don't get to see my father get mad. I don't get to see my father say, you know what, dog, I'm going to let you go and make it, man. I'm going to stay out of the way.
So all of this that we talking about, it stems from one thing, and that's emotions. So whenever, and you have males that have genuine feminine energy, you know what I'm saying? Like they raised up, and these women live in a toxic time, whereas housewives and everything is conflict and mess and this and that. And men don't behave like that. And if you don't have a positive male influence in your life, you know what I mean? Like, and you're influenced by these women, and that's why a lot of this stuff that we see happening is because they don't know how, they don't have conflict resolution because they don't have no men in their life. So now you run around and you just emotional, you an emotional creature. And like I told my son, I say, man, this is something I know, man, it's intellect over emotions. And when a man becomes inverted, it's emotions over intellect. That's a maternal instinct. A maternal instinct is to protect their emotional. So they made to protect. You know what I'm saying? As a man, God put you in charge because you're supposed to be able to think your way through intellect. You're supposed to be able to think your way through. He didn't put us in charge because, because we big and we stronger. He put us in charge because we're supposed to be able to detach from the emotion and be able to make a good decision. Now, this
I look at how you move as a father with your daughter. It's certain situations. Hey, you got to go holler at your mama or go holler at your granny. This ain't my lane. That's rich. To me, that's rich.
Yeah.
Your daughter sitting back, okay, I got daddy for this here. Okay, I got to go to mama for this here. I got granny for this here. Now, she got her path in front of her. She can stop playing basketball tomorrow. She can call, hey, dad, I'm going to do this. I'm about to go to NASA and do this astronaut thing, work with this astronomy thing. She still got the same backing. And that makes a child rich. Not how many pairs of Jordans you buy them, or how many outfits they got, or how they fly every day. You bought them the newest car. That stuff don't mean nothing, man.
Nothing. And
rich is resources, man.
The only reason why I buy them all that stuff because I tell them you earn that. Man, you need to handle your business. You handle your business, because I'm gonna have it. So I got all the Jordans, you know what I'm saying? I gotta buy for them too. But the thing with me is you earn that. Man,
but some people think that materialistic thing can make up for you not being a father. See, you talking about in addition, one thing you don't shake is being a father. Now, this other stuff, this life lessons I'm teaching you. Hey, you work hard, you do this, you bring this grades home, man, I'm gonna go get you this. Hey, I'm gonna buy you this. Like, that's what daddy we teach. Hey, I can't just give you something. Like, where your chores at? Hey, man, let me get $50. Okay, man, so you was late on your chores this day. I had to tell you to do this day. See, that's where accountability come from. Tough love.
Yep.
But the materialistic thing that's in addition to doing the number one job, and we do the number one job. So, but man, we can't even talk about sports after this conversation, man. We're gonna leave this. We're gonna leave this way. This was golden, man. This was game. This was a good game.
Man, and we won't even call this an episode. This is just a call to arms, man. All of us around, man, everybody, man, we at that point now, brother. It's at your doorstep. Like I say, it's different when you looking at it and it's in Fifth Ward or it's in South Park or this and that. And those kids need need to be taken. And what we've done is we've took off and we've ran, and it's the same mentality in these neighborhoods too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to monitor your kids, man. And the thing is, man, you gotta listen to them too. You gotta listen to it, man. You gotta understand what's going on. You gotta stay tapped in too. You need to know that if they going to a party over here last week, they was shooting. You know what I'm saying? You need to know what's going on, like, and that just comes with, like you say, being present. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't enough you can buy.
You gotta be there, man.
It's real,
that
man.
costs no money, dog. And like I say, don't let a dollar amount come between you making sure your son get every resource that's possible to be successful, man. If it ain't saying,
you think, man, this kid going to the University of Memphis from New Orleans. I mean, going to the University of Ole Miss from New Orleans. Man, he done made it. You know what I mean? He done made it. Man, he get killed. Then you got this other kid, you know what I'm saying? All that work he put in, you know what I'm saying? Dave Campbell's everything 4-star kid. You know what I'm saying? Now he got to deal with it. It is what it is. Like, man, and you know, and my thing is 2 lives lost, and I don't want nobody to throw him away. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to throw them other kids away either. You know what I mean? Like, man, any kid being lost, man, it's a tragedy, bro. I'm not picking no sides or none of that. I don't even really know what's just going on.
It's victims all the way around.
It's victim impact on both sides, and I feel sorry for them parents, bro. Like, you do everything that you're supposed to do, man, and you try to put them in a better situation than maybe you had, or you put them and give them every opportunity so they could be successful, man. And they find the right way to do the wrong stuff. And I'm telling you, I was a leading candidate for that type of stuff. I led the league in rushing and doing the wrong thing every year. You know what I'm saying? But the thing was, man, by the grace of God, man, nobody lost their life, and I was able to return and redeem myself, man, and make a way for my family, because I still had the education to turn back on. But man, adversity is at these kids' doorstep, man. They going through more than we ever could imagine. And you have to listen to them. There's mental illness going on as well, because they look at so much social media and depress themselves and this and that and think they don't have, and you giving them everything that they need. And man, you just got to sit down and talk to them, man. Make sure you're sitting down and talk to them. Don't assume anything, man. That's the only thing I can say, man. And I'm saying that for myself too, man. I'm learning to listen. I'm learning to listen too, bro.
Yeah, and that's what
listen, man. My boys, man. I don't even have no energy, man. But we got them lists, and we'll sharpen them up, and we'll sharpen them up, man. And man,
yeah, we'll be back
with
the sport, man. Yeah, we'll be back with the sport. But tonight,
I can't. I don't even have the energy, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what's flashing through my head is how many kids done died in Galveston County in the last 5 years. Like, man, it's crazy, bro.
I know. I had to do one of the hardest things in my life twice in 1 year. 2 of the hardest things in my life, and I'll never forget that. You know, that if anybody know me, if y'all ever wonder why I had a level of aggression I have for people that's out here playing and not doing it the right way, it's because of that, man. I lost a lot of kids, man, that died before they was old enough to drive. They died before they senior prom. You know what I mean? So forgive me if I come off a little rough, a little hard, but this ain't a game to me. It's not a game to us. This is reality versus entertainment, man. We talking about the reality, man. They shouldn't make caskets and grave sites for people that's children still.
We didn't even get, man. So let's get to that, entertainment versus reality. So when we was growing up, man, you had like Tupac and Biggie get killed, right? You're like, man, you know, these kids are emulating these people that they're emulating, and you don't live that life that they live. You don't live in the projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're making ourselves be that. You know what I'm saying? And we're mimicking stuff, and the music is good, man, because you can hear the pain. You can hear, like, the music is good, but the Von, the NBA young boy, the Dirt, you know what I'm saying? You listen to this stuff and you just listen to this drill music, and man, that's why I'm so glad New Dallas is here. Man, I'm so glad them kids is here, man, just changing the message. And what I mean by it is Dirt fighting for his life. You know what I'm saying? King Von is dead.
Mo 3.
You know what I'm saying? Mo 3. Yellow Beezy fighting for his life.
Fighting for his life. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, y'all not understanding, man, that time is real. They gonna give you a whole bunch of time, man. You ain't listening to Doc Amy. Listen to me, nephew. They gonna give you a bunch of time, man. They gonna give you some time you can't do. They gonna give you some time you can't do. What I mean by you can't do it, man, you ain't gonna be able to do it.
Yeah.
And some of y'all are weenies because y'all run and get guns. It is gonna be hard for you down there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was a big dude fighting, so I never, you know, that is what it is. Then we smacked them. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna be going on with you. You know what I'm saying? So
I tell you like this here. Best thing to do is what do you say? Buck crashing out. I'ma get money. Man, let's go back to being successful. Let's celebrate success, man. You got in there to say before we get up out of here?
Nah, man, that's it, man. Like I say, man, I think this was a real one, bro. Like, man, like I say, man, everybody stay on your 10 toes down, man. Each one reach one, teach one, man. Like I said, man, don't be afraid to reach out to them kids, man. They listen more than y'all think, bro. And they hear. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. I gotta say this. We starting to cross a lot of lines of respect. And what I mean by respect, I'm gonna speak on this. All of you that do what we do, right? You gotta be mindful of what you do too. You know what I mean? And what I mean by being mindful, you can't be a little league coach, right? And you sneaking in little Brandon in with little Brandon mama, and you sneaking with little Derek mama, and you sneak, and then them kids spend a night, and they're like, you know what I'm saying? And now you got them kids looking at you funny, and then that's where the respect comes in from. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you lose respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being no hypocrite. I'm not telling you to do what you do. I'm just saying, man, it's the way you do things. You know what I'm saying? And be respectful, man, so them kids can listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that your face clean, man. Make sure your face clean, man, and get some understanding out here. Also, man, you find yourself in trouble. I want to tell you this here. You find yourself in trouble, and you know you done did something. Don't go get no whole bunch of people in trouble. Take your lick. That's something else y'all need to learn too. Y'all want to do all this and this and that, and then when it comes time to take your lick, you want everybody to take, man, don't know. Nah, you take your lick. If me and you go do something, Tristan, and you let out, man, I'm riding down there with you. I'm cool. I'm asleep because when we wake up in the morning, you're going to go in there and tell them people what you did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need of me going down there with you. That's what you chose to do. You know what I'm saying? You was a man when you did what you did. Be a man when it's time to go in there with them people, bro. Don't blame the whole bunch of people.
We got facts. We got that powder on that belt. Who did it?
Yeah.
Man, that was me, man.
Yeah, take your
Everybody
league.
take no ass whooping, man.
Nah, take your league, bro. Ain't no need to take no whole bunch of people down, man.
Yeah, it was me, Bishop. Yeah, it was me.
Yeah.
So
take your league.
Hey, we gonna tap back in, man. Thank y'all for everybody that watched today. Hey, share, like, man, do your
And
thing, man.
subscribe.
Going, man. Subscribe too, man. We gonna keep it pumping. We got sports next time, but we had to go to the
trenches. We got something special for them. The next time they see us when we pop out, it's gonna be what they really looking for.
Yeah. So we gonna make it happen, man. So, man, hey, God bless, man. Y'all stay up, man. Mad hustle, stay on your grind. You feel what I'm saying?